Welcome to my nest. Come on in. So happy to have you here in my nest, as I call it. This is an apartment on the 15th floor of a high-rise in Juhu, and I've taken two apartments and combined it to create this expanse that you see. The idea of this apartment and the concept that I had in mind was to bring in a little bit of a ski lodge, the vibe that would kind of like bring in the warmth of a ski lodge in and having it with the diverse atmosphere of being in Mumbai and the tropical vibe. So I created all my eyeballs to focus on this fabulous view that we have here by the grace of God. It is something that is definitely something that we value a lot every day. We are in Mumbai, and as you know, Mumbai is filled with dense, you have your buildings and you don't have a patch of land that you can see the sky. But over here we are lucky that we have this beautiful vast sky, and we have this beautiful vast patch of land that almost makes me feel like I'm watching over like a nature forest or something. So we created these balconies which were I've got these T-Rex bands here which my sons use. We used to work out during the pandemic. It's been a very big help for me to create this bar here. And we've created this entire zone so that you can have the inside of our the forest vibe that comes towards us, using the insides as a buffer part of the home. You also have glass. We've got these glass double glazing so that it completely blocks out sound, and you feel like you're really secluded. Coming back to my home, this is the the living, and we have a very strong aspect of, like I said, using a lot of sycamore wood, stained and created in a certain aspect. Over here I've used the same wood, but it's done to create a feeling of like just subtle charcoal, so it's very matte. And it is mainly to emphasize the art that we have. We are avid art collectors, as I guess most designers in Mumbai or all over the world. Coming to this is my entry console. It is my little shrine for my family, because they are my biggest kind of supporters, and they are my good vibe to feel something great when I walk into my home. So I have created this little kind of ode to family console, which is beautiful. In fact, it's made by a very dear friend of mine, Rushad Shroff, the architect. I take you to my living. As you see, I created this space with a lot of glass partitions and expanse, making the living and a person who sits in one corner of the house actually feels that you can see all the way to the other corner of the house. So the whole feeling was sliding doors, create a illusion of no walls, and the minimum walls that we could do just for privacy and for the bedrooms. My whole concept was to bring in a little bit of tribal. So we had a collector's chieftain's headgear, like I call it. It is original headgear which I sourced from a dear friend, again from the Andrew Martin brand, which is the person's name is the founder of Andrew Martin, Martin Waller, who sourced me these headgears. And this is my favorite chair, because we have just, in fact, this is a part of my new collection, which we are just doing these very soft and cool outdoor chairs, which also go indoors, and they are really comfortable. So I suggest that soon you will be seeing them on at Charcoal as well. I'm going to take you to my kitchen. My kitchen is my star of my home. It is the most important room of our home. We have a very important aspect of eating together on this island and cooking, and my brother and all my family, they really love cooking. So I created this home as a contribution with the kitchen being very much part of the living, like, you know, how you would, in fact, most of the time we just leave it open and we just create that entire kind of grandeur where you feel that you're cooking. At the same time, it's so homely and it's not like fussy. You do everything yourself, and you have this vibe of making sure that people are taken care of on their own. I take you to my dining room, but because of the pandemic and how we have to do all these safety codes and how the COVID has taught us how to double up spaces in our homes. So my dining room has converted into a grand office, and I really have begun enjoying the aspect of working home in this room, because I feel like I am in a zone which is so like warm and comfortable. So again, dining table, covered as of now, but made with a lot of like love. I combined two materials. One is your gray mist and one is leather. Created a framework in this SS. Created the legs. Wanted it to be a family table, a seating of 12, making everybody feel empowered and fun, because we do a lot of debating and conversations. We're a family who talks a lot and shares a lot. So I think that this table makes us really do all of that. And right now it's doubled up into my table, into my desk. The concept that I kept in mind while making this dining room was that I wanted to kind of like create a space that had the feeling of something similar to the Last Supper. And in order to do that, I had to create these beautiful arches. And I didn't want to use the arches made out of fiber or anything that was artificial. So I actually got mint stone and went through a lot of technical aspects of creating how to kind of create a framework that would take the load of the mint stone. And I had it chipped off. In fact, I have a video of myself chipping off parts of this stone to create that vibe of as if it has been eaten into and as if it's been like a little old. And then I used the backdrop with this very mixed surfaces with the brickwork and like some kind of random surfaces which was broken off. And I created, and I used this light which is called the camouflage, and it's by Floss, and this light gives an illusion of having a moon, in the room. So that was very important to me. Lighting is very important to me, and I must say that this home looks completely different in the night. That's another story for you. Over here we've created the suspended shelves, and this again was a very interesting design aspect that I wanted to create. Structurally created the plate that went into the ceiling that took the weight. There were these suspended shelves that we created to actually hold up to about 300 kgs of various things that could be put up here, at the same time making it look absolutely delicate and stoic and strong. This is something that I must talk about. So I have in this, I think one of my first what I kind of like when I was really young, and I earned a little money during one of my projects. I saved up and I bought this LV trunk. I have this fetish for diaries and for writing. So I kind of like kept each and every diary that I have used from 2000 and literally 2006 all the way up to now. So this is my little treasure chest with all the information that has kept me going through these years. And it's just something that I want to keep and preserve and make a story about later one day in life maybe. Okay, come, let's follow me. These are my extended family, my little Paris, who first started the journey with me, and then she mated with this little naughty boy here called Bold, and they had a crossbreed who is my little naughty Bronx. And Bronx, me and Paris and Bold, we have stuck by each other and have been there for each other. So yeah, this is my extended family. So a very strong part of my design in everything that I do is emotion, and to create that vibe of the ski lodge and this whole thing, I didn't want to use materials that were all available in the market. So I created things like this, like these are handles made with actual branch of wood, and I kind of molded the branches of wood and created these casts, and then electroplated them to make it look really like this very ethereal kind of magical space. So things like this add to what I say emotional design. I have here something that I call the Curiosity Cabinet. It is a collectible kind of cabinet that I collect with various memories of pictures in my life, and things that I like to kind of like, maybe some travels, picked up certain things here and there in a travel. Here we have Space Girl is something that I can relate to because she reminds me of the explorer and the traveler in me, and the person who wants to probably go through kind of like using all the means that one gets in life to kind of take that adventure a little bit better, a little bit more. We are designers, and designers need fodder for their designs, and what better fodder than to explore when you travel. So Space Girl is a reminder to me that I must keep exploring and I must keep traveling to make my brain more open to getting these various thoughts and ideas of how to kind of relate to what I do. Coming back to our chest of drawers, which we all part of charcoal. Everything that you see here is a mixture of two brands. One is Andrew Martin brand and one is charcoal brand, the Charcoal Project, which is my design company and the interior design store. And we have manufactured 50% of what is here, and 50% I have bought from Andrew Martin. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about these little mock skis, as we call it. They are not real, but they're just little props to remind us about our fabulous kind of feeling that you get after you ski, which is like the greatest adventure sport as of now amongst the family and all of us. Another really important piece of my home is this mirror. Again, completely designed and made by me in charcoal. This is, again, the similar concept of using natural, big logs of branches of wood and creating molds and making these metallic kind of cast pieces to create that illusion that, we, in spite of everything that we get inspired from, I think that there is nothing that inspires us more than nature, and the simplest things in nature that we can convert into radical things that kind of give you that, that look. So this is one of my favorites in the home. And again, back to some of the art that I've been collecting over the years. That's my Raza which I love, and it's not mine, it's my son's, which I have kind of kept away in my thought that I will give it to them one day. And this is Reena Banerjee, who is also very special and a renowned artist. And this is a very, very talented young boy who has created this installation. It's by this artist called Sarvanan. He is created this incredible three-dimensional pop-out from the painting kind of object that is held together by fishnets. And this is really adding a lot of volume onto my art wall. At the same time, because it's white, it kind of like just is so clean. And I think it's so important for designers to be focusing on how to introduce young talent or diverse talent into our design, because it's in the end, design is about a culmination of many thoughts and many concepts. And India is filled with these amazing talented people. So I think that I would love to kind of sieve through and pick on on this aspect of all that we have in our vast nation. Come on in. This is my guest room. As you can see, that the guest room is adjoining the dining room. So I wanted to create that the continuation of the entire concept of the arches, the stone arches that we did, and create some kind of artwork. And again, I have a story behind this artwork. So these pieces of art that you see here is photographs taken by me in the Vatican. And it's in the room of the maps where I took these pictures. And I must say that I had a simple phone, which was the Apple 7 in those days. And I took these pictures and then I brought them back to Bombay, and I got them like treated to make them feel like as if it is done on canvas. So just something fun, and I think that it just spruces up the room and it has the impact. The room has this beautiful 4-poster wooden bed. It has this cute little kind of ottoman in front of it. It's a perfect little cozy room for guests and loved ones. Thank you, AD, for visiting my nest and taking the time to come and see what we've done here. I call it my nest because, like a mama bird who takes care of her little babies, I have tried to create a platform for them to have the best memories when they grow. And I think that home is nothing without making more and more memories. So here it is, and I hope that you've enjoyed seeing it as much as I've enjoyed making it. Thank you.